Okay. Do you know what? Earlier in the week, I knew we were playing Palace, but I didn't know if we were home and away. I didn't know what day, what time, or anything like that. And then I looked at it the other day and I was like, okay, we're away. Okay, fine. When is it? Saturday at 3 p.m. Oh, bollocks. I mean, I would rather play Real Madrid with our youth team. I would feel more confident about getting a result there than I would away to Palace on Saturday 3 p.m. Saturday 3 p.m. to me is our new hoodoo time. You know what I mean? It's used to be Saturday 12:30. We've put that to bed. It's like we have to be televised in order to get our mojo, you know? Now, fortunately, living in Ireland, we have Premier Sports, so I was watching it live, but I wish I wasn't. First of all, can I just say, before I even get into it, thank you very much for just even putting this video on, because frankly, I will not be touching one bit of football-related content for the rest of the week. I mean, that's not true, but I won't enjoy it. But I'm going to do something that I don't normally do in this video, and that's actually vent a little, because normally I like to just focus on the positives when we win because I'm feeling positive. This gives me a little opportunity to say how I'm feeling about some of the things that are going on. It's like over the last few weeks, I know there's been a leak in the ceiling, but I keep just finding tenors and I'm like, oh, this is great. Yeah. Oh, another one. And all of a sudden today, there is no money. And I'm looking around like, Jesus Christ. So that's kind of where... But you know what? I'm glad, if anything. Nothing kicks your arse like a loss. You know what I mean? I think the lads will have even been like... we keep getting away with it, eh, boys? Whereas today it's like, actually, no, we can't keep doing that. That's mental, actually. So they score early. Shouldn't have been a corner, but, you know, shit happens. Still should have defended it better. God, I hate Palace. I'm actually furious. I don't normally record videos this soon after a match. It's only ended like, what, an hour ago? Now, I will say, the big positive from this match, if we can take one, is the fact that Allison Becker is, I mean, I just love him so much. I can't emphasize how much I love a man who I've never met, who doesn't know I exist, but has brought me such joy. And every time anyone asks, like my daughter sometimes humors me, I feel, and to ask me, who's your favorite player? And I always say Allison Becker, the goalkeeper. He honestly saved us. I mean, if you'll pardon the pun, he honestly saved us from a first half of football that would have been talked about for about a decade. He saved us from an absolutely embarrassing scoreline in that first half, because honestly, it could have been 5 or 6-0 if not for him pulling out 3 world-class saves. Just, are they at the post as well? I mean, I was like, gee, I was happy. I was punching the air that we were 1-0 down at halftime. But yeah, it was, you know, it was just one of those matches where I'm like, well, it doesn't get more frustrating than this, does it? You know, like the Wirtz shot where it was just literally put it anywhere except here, and that's a goal. You have Salah blocking Szoboszlai's shot. Was it Szoboszlai? I don't know. Someone took a shot. Chiesa going inches wide. Isak getting it kind of stuck under his feet. You know, just one of these where you're just like... So it's like that. But anyway, look, we've now entered the part of the video where I'm going to give some incredibly reactionary raw takes on some of our squad and what I think we could maybe do to improve it. So Big Arn, if you're watching, you can take, if you like it, you take it. You don't like it, send it right on back. Okay, I'm more of a vibesman, so I can't. There's no tactical weight behind these observations. But Kanate, his head's on Mars. I mean, look, he maybe has a performance like this once a season. Unfortunately, he's had about 3 in this very early stage of the season, and if it wasn't for the fact that he hasn't signed that contract yet, I'm like, you know, when like you hand in your 2 weeks notice and you just kind of down tools. I'm not saying that's what he's doing. I'm not even saying that he's handing in his notice, but he's not playing well at all. But like, not just not playing well, it's the sort of like, what is he doing? So I'd like that to be sorted. It's really unfortunate that Leone is out for a season. I mean, on its own, that's like just horrible. Gomez, I don't think he trusts Gomez as much because he's got a mistake in him in a match. Do you know what I mean? Like he can look like, it's like, geez, why isn't he starting every week? And then 20 minutes later you're like, that's why. Hot take, I don't think our wing backs are working. And personally, I would start Bradley and Robertson for the foreseeable future. And look, I'll be even more honest, and I'm sorry, I'm probably going to regret saying this, but Kirkez frustrates the shit out of me. And he's kind of frustrated the shit out of me on a consistent basis so far. I don't know what he's given us that Robertson isn't at the minute. But every time Robertson comes on in this place, I'm always like, there he is. And sorry, back on Kirkez, that clearance that led to the throw-in, that led to the last-minute goal. I mean, just hoof it. Why is he going around it to get on his favourite left foot to just put it out for a throw-in? That was so frustrating. But I love all our lads. I wouldn't single them out publicly on a YouTube video, but I just think we look so imbalanced and we do not look cohesive at all. And I think a lot of the new, it's not necessarily the new squads, the new players' fault. It's just doesn't seem to fit with our current style of play. So whether we need to adapt it or, I don't know, just drip feed them in rather than putting them all in, I don't know. But unlike the other players, I think I'm not worried about Wirtz at all, actually. I know there's like the thing that's growing now, like, oh, another stinker from Florian Wirtz. He'll have the last laugh, all right? I'm very confident about that. And this 007 patter, by the way, it's some of the worst banter I've ever heard. And look, I get it, rival fans will be loving it. They'll be loving this, the fact that it's Liverpool. Oh, Liverpool conceding a late winner. Oh, so we're just going to have to eat shit on that one. But this 007 shite. But this 007, I'm like, what's that? Like 0 goals, 0 assists, 7 games. Awful. And also, didn't he assist Ekitike in his first game? Anyway, I don't know what they're talking about. Also, speaking of Ekitike, nice one, mate. Could have had you today. Could have really done with you. And do you know what? On another positive, I love that Arne Slot came out and just squashed all the rumours about Ekitike being fined 2 weeks' wages for unprofessional behaviour. Who said that? Who came out and said that based on nothing, And I like that Slot came out and was like, no, I'm not fining him. He apologised. I talked to him. He's young. He's a fantastic human being. I was like, fucking yes, Arne. See, he'll give you the nice public backing as well. If you give him what he wants, he just calls it as it is, which is what I love about him. And yeah, Ekitike showed that we do miss him already. Isak still not up to full fitness, and even though we were losing the entire game, in my head I'm like, okay, 5 wins and a draw is not too bad. 5 wins and a draw is okay. Because I just knew we were going to score eventually, even though it didn't look like it. He brought on Chiesa and Frimpong, and while I thought that actually upset our balance a bit more because we were kind of had control of the game up until that point, Chiesa came real close to getting the equaliser, and then he fucking did it. And again, I'm just so fucking happy when he scores. He's my new extra special something when he scores, as I'm sure he is for most of you. So, and the fact that, he's like, get the ball, and he grabs it, puts it right back on the halfway line. That's how you do it, Arsenal. And by the way, it's not all about the new lads as well, because Salah, by his standards, actually, by my standards, isn't playing well. He'll still, I'll back him to the end of days to finish a chance and to put in that last fantastic assist, but he is not playing well. And if he was anyone else but Mo Salah, would Arne Slot be keeping him in every week? I don't know. Big Gak, we just look imbalanced now. I'd love Luis Diaz to be in this team still, because he's lighting it up in the Bundesliga. But good luck to him. He's done his bit for us. Won a league. I feel like it's games like this where you miss Darwin as well, though. Where he'll pull players out of position. He'll run. He'll just ruffle their feathers. We need a good feather ruffler. But so Salah, not great. McAllister, not great. So it's worrying. But it's worrying in the sense that okay, they didn't play well today, but I really, really back this team and this squad and this manager to react when something like this happens. It's not like a United where it's just lost again, boys. It. Whereas with Liverpool, it's no, that's not good enough. We lost there. Jesus Christ, we fucking lost. Well, you win some, you lose some. It's, I trust us to have a reaction, and maybe this will be the kick up the arse where we have a good because I feel like we haven't had a good solid 90 minutes since the start of the season yet. So maybe this will be the kick up the arse where we start maybe getting results and putting in full 90-minute good performances where the team looks balanced, we don't look open, we don't concede, and we score 5 goals. That's so much to ask. But I mean, look, it's always a sickener to concede a last minute goal. I mean, we have to just eat shit on this one, I'm afraid. But this is we're just getting a taste of our own medicine, unfortunately. Conceding a last minute goal, I mean, is this what we've been doing to teams? This is horrible. just like last minute winners colouring a title win, it's the downs that also colour it as well, you know? Your browns, your greys, your blacks. What am I talking about? My point is, the sweet is never as sweet without the sour. So if we went 38 games and 38 wins, that's great and all. You know, it's just not realistic. I think the squad needs a little bit of something. If you're asking me, I would have Robertson, Big Verge, Kanate, but just Big Verge, could you just have a word with him? And I would go Bradley, right back, Soboslai, Gravenberch, McAllister, Chiesa, Ekitike, Salah. If you're asking, which you weren't. I don't think there's any real need to panic. It's just it's less about this one loss, because of course we're going to lose. It's more about the fact that we still haven't really clicked into gear, and a lot of the late winners have been papering over the cracks. But I think that this could be a good kick up the arse that we actually need. I really trust the team to react to this. So I'm not panicking. I just don't like to lose. Also, on a side note, I fucking hate Crystal Palace so much. I mean, also, sorry, on a positive as well, Federico Chiesa is having a resurgence. Oh, sorry, resurgence isn't the wrong word. He's coming to the surface. Resurgence implies that he was already good, had a dip, and came back up, whereas he never even got a chance. So now he's coming to the surface, and I think he's a totally legitimate option on the left for our starting 11. And it's great to see, because I just fucking love him. I love hearing this chant. I love that the fans love him. I love that we've a new boy that we've adapted. You know, Darwin's gone to pastures new. Chiesa is our resident boy. You know what I mean? Our guy. Anyway, I'm going to go. But thank you for watching. Thank you very much for watching, by the way, because I know it stings after a loss. Reminder that the Federico Chiesa t-shirts are still available at the link below. Also, join the FPL. I haven't had a chance to look at it. I will look at it next week, and we'll look at who's doing well and who is not, myself included. Now, look, cards on the table. I didn't captain Salah this week, so it may be a shrewd move. But join me on the FPL below. Also, if you want to give us a tip, there's a Ko-Fi link below, or Ko-Fi, I don't know how you pronounce it. But anyway, that's enough for me, and I will be back in a few days. Thank you very much for watching, because I'm sure that wasn't easy. I feel better having vented. Thanks for the support, and as ever, as always, up those fucking Reds.